Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So, we are going to be starting in a couple of moments. We're not going to waste much time like the other day, like starting 10 minutes after the time. We are kickstarting immediately because we have two outstandings. Welcome, Divine. Welcome. You are going to join as a co host. Okay. So, yesterday we have two outstanding, and we carried those outstanding over to today. Carry those outstanding over to you today so that it is please, as you join, like Vimej is saying, you can retweet this so you can share so other people can join. Retweet this session, please. Retweet so share it to your page so other people can join. We're going to spending about 2 hours in tonight's session. Tonight's session is going to be the most deadliest one ever. This is where everything compound, and this is everything comparing to what we have started up in the foundational aspect of it from the beginning till now. So do your best to get your pen and paper. It doesn't matter how many we are, we can kickstart. Whatever amount we are, we can kickstart immediately. The first session, we have about 6,000 people who are streaming already. And the second session, about 700 persons are streaming. And this is not going to be a difference. We are good to go, right? We have about 10 persons in the group. So we are good to go. So yesterday's session, we settled with number 6 and number 7, which is creating packages, bundle, and price plan for your clients and other design agencies. We talked about number 7, which is price structure and price increase strategies. We dealt with that yesterday. And today we are going to be talking about number 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 altogether. We are going to be as quick as possible. We are going to be having V talk a little about his agency, and also Divine talk a little bit about her agency. Okay, Divine requested. You don't actually know. Okay, let me approve that. You have been invited. I think you can check and confirm. I think I'm the one who can invite you. Let me invite you again. I cancel co-host access. I am going to invite you again. Perfect. You're welcome. So we're going to continue very quickly. So we have what number 8, which is what setting up functional branding system. Then we have about number 9, amplifying your agency authority. Number 10, hiring and collaborating with remote design workers. And then managing your workers, payment and settlement, then improving visibility through content types. So these are the very important parts of this session. We usually keep the best for the end. Okay, this is where the value actually is enshrined. So we're going to start with number 8, which is setting up a functional branding system. I'm going to turn on my do not disturb mode because I got a lot of messages that are distracting. Okay, setting up a what? A functional branding system. Please get your pen and paper. Tonight is the most important night of this session. Tonight is the most important night of this session. Right. So setting up branding system, functional branding system simply means a system that makes it way easier for your brand to what? To thrive. That's a functional branding system. So it is not just a system on how you do your design, it's the totality of your brand, what it functions as, and how it relates its services to the clients. That's what we are talking about when we say functional branding system. Now take it a step further. Before we get to that anyway, let's talk about what we call client purchase journey. Please get your pen and paper. These are very important part of this. Okay? I could pull off my clothes right now if I am getting heated. These are very, very important parts of this session. So we talk about what? Client purchase journey. What is client purchase journey? This is the series of process clients go through before they buy from your agency. You know, when clients wish to work with agency, it's not like when they wish to work with what? A personal brand. So the client purchase journey is very important level in what? In completing a sale. This is the period clients have to checkmate you, profile you or your agency carefully to know whether you are capable of being what? Being in their team. Because any client who is hiring an agency is considering the agency as a team, not just a one-time what? Service. Remember, we stated in the first day, agencies are authorities. And authorities are not treated like regular what? Designers. Authorities are not treated like regular designers. Right? So the client purchase journey, in client purchase journey, by the way, you see, up to 95% of clients, this is what they do. Over 95% of clients, before they reach out to your agency, these clients get to do proper research. Number one, they search for your kind of services. They go online, maybe on Google, wherever. They search for your kind of services. Maybe they want to make a website, search website design. Maybe they want to make website for a skincare. They search website design for skincare to checkmate other websites that have been done for skincare. And when they are done, they are now good to go. They understand what they need. At least the basics of what they need. I know you have cases where clients will approach your agency and they ask, please, I need you to explain this to me. I don't really understand it, but I know that this is what I need, but I don't know exactly how to say it. So the research level is where they check your kind of services. I said kind of service. I didn't say they check you. They check your kind of services. That thing that they need is your kind of services. And since you offer it, it's considered as that. They check it online to make sure that they understand some basics before approaching an agency. Remember, we are talking about clients who are approaching agencies. We are talking about people who are serious about their business. We are not talking about people or persons who just want to make random logo because they need a logo. These are people who are purposeful about their growth, their business growth. So they make research. They check what services of your kind. Number two, they check social media platforms. So this is where it is getting closer to you. You see the first level, they take those things, they ask their brothers, their sister. That's the first level of the research. The number two research is that they go closer to places those people live, which is the social media. That is where great agencies live. They go in there to search to see whether they can find better agencies. So you see what's like web design agency, logo design agency. That's what they search for. So they check they check this platform to find whether they can find agencies. Talking about big brands who are ready for for a scale. And when they find these agencies, they find you, they get into your profile and they check your existing projects. Now, when I talk about project, I'm not talking about the project you have done for your client. We are going to come to that at the ending part of this session. And when we talk about content type, I will teach you guys what project is about to me. And the misunderstanding of what project really means is what is actually putting us in a confused status that we just post on content without understanding what clients who watch this content really needs. Everyone coming to your page is expecting to see something that they need to see. And when they get there, they don't see what they need to see, they walk away. So to prevent them from walking away, as an agency, you should already have prepared your settings, prepared your portfolio, prepare your platform to be capable enough to handle their need. Go to your profile, go to your account, go to your platform. Check if that meets the need of an agency. How do you do this check? Write down the list of everything that you think that you serve as a brand. Logo design, website design. Remember, we talked about three only. Logo design, website design, and brand identity design. Now, search your portfolio, get your portfolio, scroll it, and check if you will understand. With a layman mind, don't just take yourself out of the picture as a professional and look at it. The problem we have is that we don't look at our content as a layman. We look at our content with a professional bird eye view. And when we do like that, we tend to skip some certain important aspects and mistakes that we make because we don't notice. So you have to take yourself as a professional out of the picture and look at your content as a layman, as A client that doesn't know anything about structures, as a client that doesn't even understand a logo when they see it in a flyer. Then look at your content from the perspective of a brand identity designer. Will you understand if this brand you just opened their portfolio is really tailored towards doing brand identity design? Then you go over to website design. You scroll through the same page or whatever page you are using for website design. And I talked about that yesterday, how to decentralize your pages. If you have not listened to session, go listen to yesterday's session. You go to it and check again if this thing meets up. When you finish doing this, you will now understand where your problem is. The problem is not like you're not posting enough content or you're not dropping enough nuggets. The problem is that you are randomizing your content. We're going to talk about that possibly in the number 9 or 10. You are randomizing your content. And the much more you randomize your content, the more you confuse the mind of people who are actually visiting your portfolio. Look at Nike. Look at Apple. Look at other fitness brands in America. What do? They create separate Separate movements and target one particular ideology, making people follow that particular trend. They could even create a page for it to make it easy for people to understand. And when people get in there, they know that that is the identity of what they are looking for. So they are not just confused coming in. No, they get in, they are easily triggered because they have the main content they are looking for. For instance, Nike. If you go to Nike page, they tailor to many people, not only fitness coaches or fitness enthusiasts. They focus mainly for fitness, yes, but they also They also tailor to other kind of category of personnels. So that doesn't mean that their page will be all about fitness. So what do? They create a fitness page that is dedicated to fitness only. So anybody about fitness go there, they can see people who are telling their fitness stories, they can see fitness activities, fitness advertisements, everything in there, making it easier for those particular platform to convert in that area. So when they check your portfolio, are they convinced? You don't know who is coming to you. Now you select 3 services you are offering based on our day 1 session. Do you now make it easy for them to understand? When they get into your social media, do they understand? I talked about that yesterday. So in that case, if you are an agency and you have many content already, what you do is that you break this content into chunks and create pages for them. We talked about websites, right? The website itself is going to have different pages for these different services. So you're not going to have just one page website where you just list out all the services. That's rubbish. That's bullshit. You're going to have a website that have a homepage. The homepage could have different sections that talk about those different services in brief. Then a button that leads to learn more. Now that button will lead them towards the learn more page, where they are not going to get into the single product page. Single product page is that, or single service page is that particular page that details about that particular service. For instance, logo design, they will now see gallery of logos you have done for past clients and links to view those logos separately or their mock-up separately. The same applies to, and in that logo design page, they can now see the price plan beneath it. That's where you can drop your price plan. Don't drop the price plan in the home page. You create a dedicated page for it. That is for website design, right? For your social media platform, I'll take what's the name? You can also do this for YouTube. I'm gonna come to YouTube, by the way. You can we take Instagram as an instance. You take Instagram, you have to if you offer 3 services, you have to decentralize these 3 services to 3 pages. And those 3 pages, you will now have a central page. So you're having 4 pages in total. You have a central page. That central page makes it easy for you to publish most important content, even though they are random, but still focusing on those singular pages to post those different contents. Why this makes sense is that for me, if my clients ask they need a website, I don't send them to my Instagram account. I send them to my web design Instagram account. If they actually want to see some kind of content on my social media. So when they get there, all they are going to see is website design contents. Like they get tired. They will get exhausted with content. There will be too much content there. But imagine that I send them to a random page, my general page, and they just keep scrolling. The persons I send to my general page are clients who wish to do multiple services. Oh, I want to do a website, a logo design, and this. I send it to my multiple pages. When they are scrolling, they are seeing multiple content. Those particular pages tailor to those kind of clients. Simple was strategy. As an agency, as a matter of fact, you're not even supposed to have just one website. As an agency in your country, whatever country you are listening from, you should have multiple what? Multiple websites. Multiple websites, either in the same name for different faction or different services, or multiple what? Different names. Multiple different names. Why this works is that if you have multiple websites and you do your SEO very well, when clients search for web design service in your area, one of those your website will pop up. If you have multiple pages on Instagram, those 3 pages for those 3 services, when a client search for, see, let me tell you, the algorithm is a bot. It's not a human being, right? So this is how the algorithm work in terms of what I'm talking about right now. I've studied it for over many years and I understand something. When we have one page that handles everything, it gets confused. Imagine you come in, you make a post and you put hashtag logo design. The next day you make another post, you put hashtag web design. The next day you make a post, you put hashtag brand design, brand identity design. You are confusing the algorithm. It doesn't understand who you are. It doesn't even understand who you are meant for. So it can't serve your what? It can't serve your offer to people easily. So it becomes very tough and difficult for the algorithm to do that. So make sure your platform is what? Ready for people who are coming to check. That is for social media. So the client journey includes that. After that, the client journey goes ahead to your website. So when they get to your social media, remember, every of your social media, you must have to put your website link at the what? In the bio area. So it's easier for users or clients to visit. Whenever I go to a page, I first of all check if they have a website. If I want to buy something, like I wanted to buy some gadgets today, I have to get to the page. Someone recommended to me. I look up if they have what? If they have a website. If they don't have a website, I walk away. I can't thoroughly trust them except on strong recommendation. But if they have a website, I click on their website and I get into their website. I see their offer. I see the way their website look, and that breeds enough trust. Then I can come back and buy from them or buy from the website, whichever one I want. So when they are done with your social media, they get to your website. After the website, they go to the marketplace. What's the marketplace? The groups you see on Facebook, the groups you see on Instagram, the groups you see on LinkedIn, and so on. Fiverr, Contra. So they go to these platforms, they search for like minds. This is now when they search for agencies improper. This is now when they search on personalities. So they are now searching for who is capable of handling it. The social media is not for just searching for people who are going to work with you. Social media is thoroughly what meant to what filter and understand more deeper of what they did in research. Then when they are fully ready, they have to do proper what research, market survey, market research. I'm telling you, 95% of clients do this. Some of you don't ask clients question. I query clients after the end of this. And let me give you one of my tips. When you are done as an agency, listen carefully. When you are done with any project, whether an agency or a personal brand, you should do this, right? When you are done with every client on every service, before they leave, once they finish the payment and they what you are good to say goodbye, at least temporarily. Before they leave, ask them this question. Please, sir or ma, throughout the process of this particular work, the journey of this particular project, is there anywhere I did something that really you didn't like? Please, I would like to know so that I can improve. Ask this question regularly to every client you work with. And you're going to see great change in your relationship with them. So what do? They do what? They check those websites, they check marketplaces, they check to make sure that they are very clear with the person they are wishing to work with. When they get to those places, they check review, they check rating, they check what people say about you. They check your post, they check your comment section. This is why I'm telling you guys to be very careful. At the end of every month, if you're an agency, you go back to your page and filter. That's what we call filtering. I call it cleanup. You remove some unnecessary posts you have made during the week. Delete them. If they don't make any sense, remove them. There are unnecessary content that might even make your see, there are content you might have posted when you are actually thinking that is the best content to post. Go back there, filter them, remove them. Clients go as far as checking your comment section to know the kind of person you are. People now buy personality. They buy the service called personality, not just buying the service of your skill. They buy personality. They want to know who they are working with. So it's not a troublemaker. It's not a fighter. It's not somebody that will have small issue with. They'll screenshot it and put online. So this is the one level for the functional branding system. Client purchase journey must be well prepared. The system must be prepared for them so that when they are gone through their journey, they will end up picking you. Why? Not because you actually provide the best service they want. No, but because you tick most of the marks they are looking for. Do you think it is by let me even tell you, it is actually a great privilege for a client to actually chat you up for a project and actually pay, because they go through tens of other designers' profile. They check other people before coming to you. They are not fools. Clients are not fools. They are very intelligent people. Even the one you even think is most unenlightened. They are very what? They are very smart people. They are very smart people. So after that, they can now inbox you. That's the time they inbox you and say, "Hi, I want to do this. I want to do that." Then the conversation now will continue. But you think that they just chat you immediately. They didn't chat you by mistake, my dear. 80% of the clients that chat me and I ask them, "Please let me send you our website so that you can see some of our work." They say, "Don't worry, I've seen your website already." They make research, believe me. So as an agency, you must have to prepare those systems. See all these things I listed now, write them down. After now, go and prepare the systems that are actually going to make them work. This is a lot of work you are getting into. This session that take me 3 days, this is the first time I'm having a 3-day session at a row. This session that take me 3 days is a totality of what an agency should stand for. And this is the truth. Though it is not 100%, but this is the totality of what you should stand for. That's the first level for the functional brand system. Fix that system and you are good to go. The second level for the system is what? Presentation. So agencies now are treating social media like a billboard. They come, they carry the design that they have done for their clients, they paste, they walk away expecting miracle to happen. As an agency, your content should be what? Should be informed. Your content type should be what? It should be intentional. It's not something you just do randomly. We are going to talk about content type, by the way. Let me even give you an instance so you understand what I'm talking about. You see, brands can't hand in a finished product to users just like that. You finish making a tin tomato, you pack the tin tomato, put it inside waterproof, and hand it over to people who are going to buy from you. They're going to feel irritated. Even oranges, you need to package them. Package them as fruits or fruit juice, I mean. It's the same orange that people can plug and cut and, squeeze it into their mouth. But you packaging it as an orange juice, you are making it easy. I'm going somewhere, listen carefully. We are getting a little more deeper. You are making it easier as an agency for those people to buy that fruit juice, orange fruit juice. They need to package it. If not, you won't look attractive. It's attraction. Look at all of these profile pictures that are here. You see, you are looking at some are looking too attractive for you, some are looking not very attractive. That is how it works. The winner takes it all. It's the most attractive that what makes the base, that makes the what impact. Those are the ones that people reach out for. When I say presentation, I'm not talking only about your content, though I'm going to come to others first. But let me talk about this very, very critically. As an agency, your brand face matters. As an agency, you are no more using a profile picture for your listing. But personal brand should be using. As a personal brand, listen, as a personal brand, don't use your logo as your profile picture. Don't try that. Don't try that. Even as an agency, as a micro agency, still use your profile picture in most cases. But when your brand starts growing, you can switch to your logo. But make sure your face is still appearing randomly in your profile. I'll talk about this in the later part of this as well. Personal brand, always use your profile picture, your face. But when your brand start getting bigger, you are switching to an agency, it is no more about you. It's about the identity and the company. The company is what group of people. So it's no more supposed to have just your face. But if there was an opportunity, you would have still keep it there. I see personal brands using their logo for their. You don't have the right to own a logo yet. As a personal brand, you don't have the right to own a logo yet. Just keep calm and focus your attention in what? In your growth. Put your face there. That is what people need to know first before the logo. People are human first before having a business. So when I say presentation, present yourself the way you want to be perceived. If you want to be perceived as a personal brand, you do so. You know what to do. I've told you that. If you want to perceive as an agency, don't mix it. You are an agency and you are using your profile picture. Your image as your profile picture is wrong. You are totally doing wrong. You are not ready for growth, for the scaling. Then you are a personal brand. You are using profile picture as it's wrong. You are not ready for growth. You are not ready to be noticed. I see a logo here now. Say Dave. That's a very beautiful logo you have there, Dave. But Dave, I think you are a personal brand. I know. And I know you are not an agency yet. But do you know that it is difficult for me to even know who is Dave? I don't know who is David. The identity. Just look at Trust Chibueze. Look at his face. Anywhere I see Trust, I know it's him. When I see him, yeah, I just saw the profile picture. I just say, this guy, this is him. Look at V, look at Divine, look at Nessa, look at every other person here. They are persons and people want to communicate with persons. The persons doesn't mean that your face will have to, you must have to be your face in there, just as it is. But it must be something that people can what relate to, but an identity of what? A person. An identity of a person. People want to relate with humans, not logo. People want to connect with humans, not brands. That is why you see the CEO, Tim Cook of Apple, I think when iPhone 17 was launched, he was the one who opened the door for people to come in to buy something. People are now connecting. They want to connect people. Look at Tony Elumelu. I think he's the founder of UBA Bank. Or manager, I think. Okay, I think he's the founder. Look at that man. Very simple man. He have a personal brand. He have a personal brand. His identity. In his personal brand, he shows himself. He shows his face. It's different from his what? Business brand. So this means you can also have a personal brand. That's also have a business brand. If I wish to have a personal brand, it's no more Kata Studios. I wish to have a personal brand, I will call it what? Ikenna Obara. Right? You can consult me, can book me for consultation, book me for this, for speaking. If I am going to speak in a conference, I'm not speaking as Kata Studios. I'm speaking as Obara Emmanuel Ikenna. That is what personal brand stands for. People want to connect with you when it comes to that. But when it comes to a brand agency, they want to connect with the what? They want to connect with the agency. And connecting with the agencies doesn't mean that they stripe you of the personality of a human. No. It means that the human in you is slightly what? Hidden, so that the brand objective will show or shine. The brand objective is now bearing a higher tier of what? Responsibility. So presentation, very important. Present yourself very well. So like I was saying before I get into this sphere of presentation, okay, I talked about what? Brands that don't package their products, they just hand it over to you. So when a brand finish producing a product, do they just hand it over to you? No, they do what? They package it. They package it to look attractive. So stop reposting clients' projects. Repurpose them. I'll repeat. Stop reposting clients' projects. Repurpose them. When you finish a project as an agency for a client, you don't just go on start reposting it. This is the work we did. No. You are wasting the resources. You repurpose those contents by what? Creating what I call the client-centric content. We are going to talk about that in a couple of moments. Repurposing your content makes it easier to be attractive to not existing clients you have worked with, but to prospects. Prospects are those people who you have not worked with yet. So repurposing your content, making it easier. You are no more posting that content, but you created a content out of the one that you just was finished. So you let the client post their content, but you repurpose it, preparing it in a way where somebody look at it, it is easy for them to digest. You want to see some repurposed content? Go into my Instagram account, Kata Studios on Instagram. You see a lot of repurposed content there, a whole lot of them. And when I say repurposed content, you see that it is not just posting the client's project, finished projects. No. It's not posting. I am not posting that one that I sent to the client. You know, the asset you export for clients for like logos and all of that, the asset you export for them is not the same thing that you should be posting. That's what I mean. I know some of you will see stuff like logo mockup. Logo mockup presentations are cool, right? Logo mockup presentations are cool. But as an agency, you should go beyond logo mockup presentations. You should do what we call personalized presentations. So personalized presentations are kind of presentations that are tailored to people who are willing to buy. So you are now using the language of what? Psychology to talk to people who have not purchased that product yet. You are using the influence of the existing what? Projects delivered to talk to them. Existing project that have been what? Delivered. You are using it to communicate to the new prospect, to let them know that this is what we are capable of doing. So it's not like posting those content. If you post the content for your client's project that just finished, you are reposting. Don't call yourself, don't beat your chest and tell yourself that you just dropped the content. You didn't drop any content. What you just did was what? Reposting what? Existing client content. So it's even spamming. You're spamming the internet with repeated content. Spamming the internet with repeated content. So I'll be looking to share us some resources this night, because I can't just end up this session without sharing some couple of client-centric content. So I'm going to share a couple of client-centric content tonight with us. I don't know how many image at a time that this chat can take. Only 4. That's bad. We have a bad news. But we are going to see what we are going to do about that, okay? We are coming to that. Share you some couple of content so some of you understand what I'm talking about, because it might feel a little bit confusing when we get to the lower part of this. So stop reposting clients' projects. repurpose them. That is what makes you an agency. That is where you become strategic. That's what differentiates you from normal what? Normal brands, personal brands. That's what differentiates your current self from your old self. You are no more like in that level anymore. That level is for people who are just being lazy. When I was a personal brand, I was lazy because I don't understand the psychology of growth. Now you're understanding the psychology of growth. You have to put in the work. This is where you create slides of content that are really explaining things. You get to explain to your client your process through slides, not writing articles. And those slides must be visually appealing. I'm going to give you guys guideline this night. So take your pen and paper. We are going to write about when you come to client-centric content. I'm going to give you the criteria for making a good client-centric content. Let's move very quickly before we get to that. Before we exhaust our time today, we have a lot to deal with. That is number what? 2. We talked about number 1. Talked about the client's what? The client's purchase journey. Number 2, we're talking about the functional brand system. The number 2, we talked about presentation. We talked about your profile and other things, and talked about the way you present your content. Instead of just reposting, you repurpose the content before you what? Share to the public. And when you share, make sure you are speaking. When you speak your language, when you are writing, speak your language as though you are talking to somebody you have not worked with before. Don't just come in and pay. This is what we did for a client, so and so country. We are very, very happy. No, talk about your features. What are the features of your services? Oh, you do logo design, right? What is involved in your logo design price package? Can you talk about it visually? Visually, I mean is that you add images that explain each and every one of those slides. Can you? Don't make yourself feel boring as an agency. As an agency, you should be fun towards grow. When somebody comes into your page, it is easy to understand that these people have multiple people who are working with them. They are not just one person working who is exhausted at the end of the week. Number 3 in functional branding system is what? You making your money work for you. How much money are you supposed to be investing back to your business at the end of the year, at the end of the month, at the end of the week? How much money should you put out? Because this is where people get problem. They make money and they pay salary and they take the rest and go and solve family problem. You can't grow like that as an agency. You have to stipulate a certain amount that is going to go into your what? Brand. For me, I do 60 to 80. I even call it 70 to 80 every year. 70 to 80 every year for investing in my what? In my projects, in my resources. I buy licenses. One of the licenses we purchased last year was $999. You can check it online, Croco Blog, Jet Engine, all pack. And as a matter of fact, I buy these things in unlimited version so that I can use it for unlimited clients. I don't buy things I buy only for one client. And for you to understand how expensive it is just like you buying 10 Photoshop licenses for 10 different clients. One Photoshop license is about $300. Imagine buying that if you are working with 20 clients. Imagine how much you are spending in a year for just one license of a tool. I'm not telling you for multiple. We use tens of licenses. Some of you who do web design understand what I'm talking about. I know how much I spend every year. But why this is investment to me is because of what? It's because of the passion I put into it. I'm not doing it because I just want to enjoy myself. I'm doing it because this is what I love to do. I'm enjoying it. And I'm not doing it because I just want to enjoy. No, I'm enjoying it already. So I give in all to it. For now, for the first 2, 3, 4 years, you should be investing heavily back to back to your brand. You have to print, you have to pay people, you have to buy resources, you have to upgrade. We are going to talk about upgrade and all of those things in the later part of this. You have to upgrade your options. You're not going to be doing the same thing every month. Even every month. Listen to me, I said every month. I did not say every year. Every month. Every month, new options should be what? Integrated to your services. Service plan shouldn't be static, should be dynamic. I talked about this yesterday and I give you guys my roadmap. I call that a change log. You go to my change log, you will see that This month, January, we have already listed up to 7 different services. You guys saw it yesterday. 7 different services. You see December, you see November. We list service options, new service options that we have added to our what? Our services. When clients come, they see this kind of things. That's what they love. They look around and see the one they like to add to your website. They say, add this one, add this one, add this one. As long as you are in a maintenance and management plan, and that plan applies to maintenance and management, you are going to get that particular option. Why won't clients love to work with you? That is what it means being organized. That is what it means creating a proper system. So invest 50, at least for you who is starting up, invest up to 50% of your what? Of your revenue back to your business. That's only how you are going to grow. If anybody is telling you anything otherwise, it's lying to you. I tried otherwise, it didn't work for me. I failed. It didn't work. It won't work. It will never work. Even a personal brand, even you as a personal brand, invest 50%. See, some of you say it's difficult to buy a good gadget, but you are spending money on other things. It's difficult to equip your workstation. You don't know the way you present yourself is the way people are going to see you. That's why a brand agency doesn't mean that you should be living in a cave. See, let me tell you, what even makes you an authority is not your design. It's about the way you present yourself. There's one quote that says what? People will address you the way you dress. If you dress like a madman, I will call you a madman. But you can see a madman who dressed in a suit like this, you will not even know he's a madman. You will cross him and even greet him. That's what influence does. Influence, the eye go first eat. The eyes will eat first before the mind will think. When the eye sees something that is good, it knows. It goes through the eyes first before the mind would get activated. So make sure what your money is working for you. Invest in your workstation. Invest in people who are working around you. I'm going to talk about that as well. Invest in your resources. Get proper resources. Some agencies don't even have resources. They don't even have resources where they purchase font licenses. If they want to do a website, a project for a client, they go on Google and start searching for free fonts. That's a big shame. Even as a personal brand, you have passed that level if you are making some kind of money. Get platforms. Envato is there. I think FreePick have fonts. There are many platforms that have paid license options, where you'll be able to buy these licenses so you don't put your client's website logo or brand into issues. You buy this license and license them for that particular project, making it easy for clients to use it for commercial purposes. So we would have talked a little about license, but I think I'm going to have a different tutorial, a different lesson session, possibly next month ending, on licensing only. I'm going to talk about licensing. I'm going to teach you guys so many things that you actually overriding. And not only license that's going to be topic. We're going to have about 3 sets of topic, by the way. We'll be having 2 programs next month. 2 consecutive programs. I'll be inviting a friend from US. He'll be coming here, Damian Brandwish. He'll be coming here to speak with us by next month. It'll be the first speech we are going to be having next month. That should be first week or second week. So keep an eye here. He messaged me yesterday night. He said he loved what we are doing, that he would like to speak in one of my programs. I have one of my clients also in US. She also will like to also speak with us. That should be March or April, right? So why these are important is because we need to set up the standards to make things easier. When people see the options that make it easier for them to work with you, they rush after you. They won't be asking, can you send me the quotation? What they will now be asking is, when can we start this project? When will we start this project? The brand that can convert is the brand that invests in themselves too. You can't expect clients to be investing in their brand, whereas you, that is the designer, you don't even invest in yourself. When last did you take yourself or your team to the studio and take very proper shoots? I respect one of my clients, Bobby's Media. He almost always take his brand to the studio. Almost every 3 months, they go to the studio. That guy is a big dog right now. My Nigerian client, the last website I made for him, the Previa, that was 2.2 million naira. A Nigerian client, just a young boy like me. That's why we completed that on December. That one was focused mainly for Shopify clients and team builders, for people who wish to do website logos and Shopify and all of that. And so I think he integrated his social media management and the marketing strategies. So these are people who invest in their what? In what they do. He can pull off that kind of money to create just a social media website. I'm not telling you an e-commerce website. That is a social media website. Some of you would like to see the platform or the website itself. I'm dropping the link here. You can see it's a fellow young entrepreneur like us, right? Why am I sharing these things? We did the website from scratch. Very beautiful website. You can see the link. I just dropped it now. Now, these are people who invest in what? Invest the money they make. That's how growth works. This website is mainly for foreigners. The other one, the Bobby's Media, is the one he did specifically for Nigerians. And this guy is good. When I say someone is good with what he's doing, this guy is good. When you get to the website, see how simple the website is. You might not even believe it costs that much. It's a custom design. This is not a template. It's not a theme. You practically can't see anything like that online. So that is it for functional what? Branding system. We get to the next phase. Let's rush this up very quickly. We get to content types. Okay? Get to content types. In content type, see, you need to stop treating your what? Platform like a random content dump. Pick up content, boom. Pick up content, you dump. No. You have to focus on a content type, series of content type. Run multiple versions of those content type at a period of time. Whichever one that works, you amplify that one. I'm going to talk about that in a little while. The moment clients sees your content, they should easily know it is you. And they should know that that is the content they are expecting to see. And clients see your content, it's easy for them to know that this is this guy. This is this brand. It's not randomizing content and dumping anything you see in your page. Anything that comes into your mind, you dump. No planning. By the way, you should even have a planning team. When I say planning team, I'm not talking about content calendar. If I don't call planning team, you start talking about calendar. Calendar is just at the list of the things. Planning team should consider more on what? The content strategy. Copywriting. Copywriting is the most strategic aspect of what? Building a good content. You should create good copies that people look at, they smile. You should create great copies that when people look at these copies, they feel what? Comfortable. They feel confident about what you are doing. I'm trying to scroll to see if I'll see one of my I want to show you one of my very old copy. One of my very, very old. That's a cake old copy. So look at this copy. Even the format layout, you should understand that it's very old copy. So you're going to see it in a couple of moments. Perfect. It's loaded. So this copy says, well, sell anything. Full stop. We make your store. You make the sales. So it's focusing on what? Letting clients know what their function is, and making it easier for us to specifically let the client know what we do. So we are not just telling them that we create websites. No, we make websites, buy from us, do this, do the other one. This is very old. This is about 3 to 4 years. It's about 3 to 4 years copies. So your team should focus more on strategic content. That is intuitively insightful. Something that is strategically psychological. When people read, they are going to understand what you mean without you telling them what you mean. This is it, like selling someone something without selling them something. So don't be an aggressive seller. Be a kind of seller that makes it easier for people to what? To feel confident about working with you. There is another copy I made the other time. I said what Odogu suppose get website. Odogu suppose get website. And when I said this is simply what targeting on those people who have made enough money in their brand. See, your content shouldn't be for everyone. It can't be for everyone. Right? It is targeting those people who have made a lot of money in their what brand, but they are not what willing to spend in getting a website. So we are letting them know that at their level of achievement, they are supposed to have a website. So they cannot disassociate themselves from being an odogu. Since they don't have a website, they will think about it. Even though they don't chat to buy that service at that point in time, their mind starts triggering what? A sense of what? A sense of being left behind. They have a FOMO, fear of what? Being left behind. Or fear of missing out. So they will now start thinking, don't you think? I think I need website now. So after then, anytime they see anything, there's a way the universe works. You notice this thing that whenever somebody talk about red color to you, you start seeing red colors around you. Whenever somebody talk about maybe a bicycle or a bike, you start seeing bicycles around you. Not because those things are not happening before then, but because of what? Your sense of what? Of observation has been triggered that to that particular aspect that you now what? Observe those particular what? Attributes. But before you are seeing those things, but your brain is not what triggered to observe them. If I say green, you look around your room, you start seeing green colors. If they are there, that's the same thing. Same thing that happens to your clients. You don't use force to sell to clients. You sell to clients what? Psychologically. As an agency, you are matured now. An agency is just like a matured man who is ready to marry. It's not like you're not doing your POP, you're not doing Gen Z things anymore. It's not about coming to post online for likes and comments. Man, the game has changed. It's now about being purposeful about what you do. Your content will confuse your fellow designers or people in the same fields, but people it is meant for will understand it better. People who are clapping, commenting, and liking your content, 80% of them don't even understand what you are doing as an agency if you start making these contents. And how you will know it's true is that if you are getting a lot of likes and comment before, your likes and comment might reduce. Because the algorithm purposefully will not push you that far when they understand that you are now out for business. I understand that. I make more clients, but I don't get enough likes and comments. But I get a lot of clients. Even as we are talking now, I'm getting chats. That's why I turn off my chats on services. People are referring on and on. People are chatting from my website. People are searching me on Google. People are searching me on Instagram. They are getting me from different angles. That's because of purpose. And you know why these contents are powerful? Because they are what we call evergreen. They stay for what? Eternity. It's not something that you post the content and you are just okay. I think I have to post another one tomorrow. When you post a flyer you have done for clients, it lasts for a couple. It lasts like a caffeine. You feel the smell after a moment, it fades away. But when you create content on purpose, even after many years, when somebody gets in contact with that content, that's why I like YouTube. I'm going to talk about YouTube. Let me remember, I'll talk about YouTube in a couple of minutes. When somebody gets in contact with that content, you see that they get to what? They get to start enjoying it and they get to what? Have to talk with you. One of my clients chat me, say, it is your video. You make one time like that. That's where I save your number from. How did you see the video? I don't know. Put up content. Now let's get to content types. Okay, we are in content types already. Okay? So we talked about amplifying that one. We said that the moment the client see your content, they should already know what to expect. So when Mandy posts today, and I get notification that Mandy just dropped a post, What am I expecting to see? This is why people grow and others don't. When Nessa posts a content today, when I get into her page, before even getting into that, what am I expecting to see? You see how you're randomizing yourself. We randomize ourselves and we expect clients to what? To be confident to visit to check on us. There are 4 elements for content types. Take your pen and paper. Let's write very quickly. 4 elements. Element number 1 is what? Element number 1 is what? Reoccurring formats. Reoccurring format. Element number 2, reoccurring theme. Element number 3, reoccurring character. And element number 4, reoccurring sets. Let's start with number 1. The reoccurring format is what? Every post should feel familiar, even when the content changes. Every post should feel familiar, even when the content changes. This post familiarity should come from language of your content. When clients see it, they understand, this guy, the way he used to start, this is how he usually starts his content. Very nice. The layout of your what? Flyer. The font you are used to. The kind of images or kind of quality image I like what Isong Justice is doing. You go to his page, you see his contents are very high. He usually use very high-end images. Saw someone chat dropping comment the other day. He said the person was asking, where do you even get this your high quality images? So when we talk about what reoccurring formats, we are talking about what you using a particular pattern. If you stand for quality, let it be quality all through. If you stand for what quality, you shouldn't be posting every day. It's not possible for you to post every day as an agency and still get great quality content. See, the content is not about posting every day. Social media have shifted. It is no more a billboard, a place you come in and paste content as much as you can. It is now like a TV show. It's not like a TV show. Why do you think someone would take their remote and turn on the television just to watch you, Nessa? Why do you think someone would take the remote to turn on the television just to watch you, Vico? Why do you think someone would do that? Sit down in their couch and use the remote and turn it. Do you think someone can do that for you? Do you think someone can do that right now for your channel? Do you think someone can do that? Do you think a client can sit down just to watch, just to scroll through your page? Do you think they will be comfortable there for 5 minutes? Do you think so? It's not a dump area. It's a TV show. When you make clients watch longer, they get to emotionally get attached to you. That's how relationships are built. Remember, I taught us in the second day that as an agency, you shouldn't focus on closing more clients that pay you more money. And your focus shouldn't be on capital, on revenue. Your focus should be on closing more what? Clients. And these are based off on what? Creating enough base, client base, that will grow into what we call client generation. A client generation to me is what? A sequence of what? Chain reaction of client rebates. Where a client refers someone to you and that client they refer another person to you. Should be able to build that particular capacity. And you do that by what? Core relationship building. Business is not relationship, but relationship itself is business. So not because you're an agency now, you actually what? Forget your format, forget how you do things. Let it be what? Let people get familiar with you. The more familiar people get with you, the more it is easier for them to trust you. Remember, we are building people. We are building an empire. We are not just building a bank. As an agency, you are building an empire. As a startup agency, you're building an empire. So E1 is what? Reoccurring format. Let your format be reoccurring. Let people know you with that one for a certain period of time. At least when you try it for a long period of time, if it doesn't work, you can now switch. E number 2, reoccurring theme. So this one is what? This one is the central idea connecting all of the content. what is the idea connecting all of your content? So if you are making video, if you are making client-centric content, if you are posting your client content, review, testimonials, all of these things, what is that central idea connecting all of them? What is your purpose? Is your purpose to educate clients? Is your purpose to enlighten clients? Or is your purpose to what? To show up to what? Your fellow designers so they will clap for you and give you what? Likes and comments. You decide. Number 3, recurring character. So since you are an agency now, you still need a face, a person who is going to stand in the gap. You can't just say you're an agency, then your logo is there, just be posting. No, who am I working with? I want to know. Even though I'm focused on what the agency to do this job for me, I need to have a connection with the person I'm working with. That's why you see brands or companies have customer care representatives. My bank personalized a customer care representative to me personally. They give me the lady's contacts. We speak most times. That's personalization. That's the recurring character. So that lady is the reflection of the bank. If she behaves wrongly to me, then the bank, I will name them what? A wrong bank. That is what I'm going to what? That's what I'm going to tell people about the bank. Because of the lady's behavior to me. So whatever you are doing, even if you are not the one who is what relating with the clients, which I wonder why you shouldn't be the one. But if you are not the one, let the person who is related to the client reflect your identity. We are going to talk about that in the later part of this session. Let the people what reflect that identity. That is E number 3. E number 4 is what? Reoccurring sets. So this set is what kind of place where people can what expect to see you. Where do people see you? Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, where are people seeing you? What kind of content are they seeing there? You should have the capacity to what? Build your brand in a way where you are present everywhere but the same. The problem with people is that they are trying to be multiple different things in different places. Look at my content on X. Look at my content on Instagram. Look at my content on Facebook. Very, very close related. So when a client is coming from my Instagram to my Facebook, they will understand that this is that brand I just finished with. Imagine a client coming from Instagram, they can't even see one of the content they just saw from Instagram in your Facebook account. The problem is not what? Being in multiple platforms. The problem is being in multiple platforms and still being the same person. That's the 4 elements I just listed. I just wanted to rush this very quickly. Those are the 4 what? Elements. Now I'm going to go into the what? Content types. I moved this one up because this one is supposed to be the last one, but I moved it up a little so that we can address it as it's supposed to be. So in content type, that's what I call client-centric content, CCC, right? In this kind of content, clients don't expect you to act original. They don't expect you to act not original. They don't expect you to act too professional. They want to see the real you. They want to see the real person they are dealing with, your traits, your identity, who you are. So sometimes not only your success stories you are telling, not only the one your clients you have completed their project and it was a success. No, sometimes tell the stories through slides, through videos. Tell the stories of your failure and how you would fix it. Tell the story of what? Of your limitations. And for that, I'm going to quickly send us a sample of I want to send us a CCC that borders on that. I have CC I did with some of my students, and they did very wonderful. I didn't even save this earlier before now, but I have to rush. Then I got rejected. Perfect. So let me save all of this. Save all 6. Save. So this was done by Cyril. This wonderful content so far. Okay, number 1, number 2, number 3. So I am going to send this 4. Okay. Just a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4 posts. Just give it a moment while it loads. And I'm going to send the remaining 2. Perfect. And we go. So you see that CCC I just dropped now? He said what flyer design was rejected. My flyer design was rejected. And exactly what I did to make it okay. My flyer design was rejected, and I think he corrected this after. This was the later one before the final revision I gave to him. Right? So he says, so after submitting the project, she politely said no. Right? Rejected. He showed the one that was rejected. The next one, she sent some what samples, which he requested. After that, the next slide, what he made the version that the lady liked, and then it was accepted. This is the kind of content clients want to relate with. Clients want to know what? Clients want to know your flaws. Clients know that we are humans. They do not want to see us on our highest perfect level. They want to also see the places or areas where we fail, where we fault, where we make mistakes. And those are the things that make them trust us. Imagine you let a client understand that this is how you made mistake and this is how you fix that mistake. You are not only lying on the fact that you made a mistake, but you also want to show the clients how you fix the mistake. Because it's not just about making mistakes, it's about making it clear to the clients that you are humans. And mistakes are what? Can occur. Very simple and streamlined. That's client-centric content, right? That is just what client-centric content is about. I'm going to send us one more client-centric content before we proceed with the rest part of this. I am actually going to create a very brief free course on flyer-centric content very, very soon. Very, very soon. So this other client-centric content is what? From Isong Justice. It is what? It is the price package. So here he's talking about what flyer design price package. He show his price package, show you everything involved. If you slide through them, you see the price package, see how he broke everything down. This is what I call visual content. When clients see this kind of content, they understand that this person they are working with have authority. This is about intelligence. They want to know whether the person can configure or reconfigure something that is already existing to make meaning. This is what an agency should stand for. An agency is not just about putting out content out there. Let me send the remaining 2 part of it. I think it's remaining 2. So you guys can enjoy the whole content at once. So you see, this price package, he didn't even mention the price plan. No. He didn't tell the price of his package, but he explained what it is. See how he explained the price package without even telling his price. Now he's putting the client in a state where the client is on the crossroad. They don't know. What the client will be do now is what is to ask, how much is your plan? Because he took time to what explain deliberately. This is what they call deliberate content. We have been doing this for about a year plus now. Client-centric content is not for kids. It's for people who are really ready to scale their business. These are the kind of content you create that is out of the norm. It's not a flyer. You're not posting your price plan. It is repurposing. When I say repurposing, this is what I'm talking about. I could keep on sending you more and more and more, but we are not going to actually rely on this. I am going to create a separate lesson. Possibly in the future, we are going to have a session on CCC specifically, and I will dazzle you people with a lot of content. I will dazzle you people with a lot of content. You will see what CCC really entails. You go to the next page, you go to Mandy page, you will see, I think his page being the other one, the other time, on his page on Instagram. You will see those contents that explains, those content, they explain things to clients. It's all about explanation. It's not about reposting. It's explanation. That's what CCC is about. You can also integrate your what? Your revision. And when you are doing revision in your CCC, revision is also a part of client-centric content. If you are doing revision in your CCC, make sure that the revision is realistic. Don't do any unrealistic revision or posting anything. And when you are putting revision on your page as an agency, to make it realistic, even if 10 clients gave you revision in a month, don't post 10 of them that month. Revision should be posted sparingly. There is a way you post something that is real, it becomes unreal. Too much of everything is not good, but not too much of clients. So too much of clients is good if you manage them well, by the way. So the CCC content are going to make it way easier for clients to what? To relate. They understand you. They understand where you are driving to. They are willing to buy from you. They know that you are actually using their psychology. You are using your psychology on them, but they are willing to buy from you. Somebody know that you are actually doing. They say, "Hey, I know what you are doing, oh, but anyway, just sell for me." You went to the market to buy Odara. Say they call it a star apple. They give you they give you a testing. You say it's one no. One no is the one that is sugary. Say it's one no. They say yes. I say, oh yeah, test it. I want to test. Give me test. The person will give you a test. You break it and you take it. Even if it is not thoroughly one no, for the fact you have tested it, you are actually going to what? Be subdued. You are induced to what? Buying it because you have been committed by what? By will. This is the kind of content you use in committing clients. By what? By showing them how difficult it is for them to leave you. Clients like to associate themselves with brands that have authority, not because they just want to have people who have authority, but they want to be proud of where they did their design. They want to be proud about who did their brand strategy for them. They want to be proud about who did their logo design for them. They don't want to work with you because you can do the best logo design as an agency. They want an agency that they can work with, that when they show to their friends, they can also name the agency. This is why clients give you what we call, what do they even call that? They call it the clients actually giving designers or agencies no show documents, telling them not to publish the content they have made. When you finish with your intellectual property, and the client will now ask you to sign a document to not what? To not display the content. NDA, they call it. Non-disclosure document. To not show, or non-disclosure agreement. To not show that content. That is to show you that you have failed as an agency, or you are failing. For the fact you are not working with an agency, you have failed, and you need to start rebuilding yourself. See, when somebody say you have failed, don't take it wrong and say, why are you telling me I have failed? No, you have failed. It's time for you to stand up and rise again. We fail randomly. Whenever I lose a client, I feel like I have failed. I start fixing myself. It's a challenge, but it's a healthy challenge. I like using harsh words sometimes on myself to pick myself up. As an agency, you are not no more a person. So keep your emotion. Just go and dump that your emotion inside your bedroom. You need to come out as a strong body. And you need to face what? The reality. Whenever clients start telling you NDA, it means that what? You are failing in your career. So what you need to do is what? To rebuild. Imagine you finish working with a family member, doing a design for a family member, and they say you should sign NDA. Or before you start the project, they say you should sign NDA. Imagine that. Does it make any sense? Does it make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. Why? Because it is not supposed to be so with what? Relationship matters. When relationship matters, you are not supposed to be signing documents like that. And that doesn't mean that you shouldn't sign any NDA with a client. Listen, when an agency is working with another agency, you shouldn't have the right to share that content. Even if they didn't sign any what? NDA with you, you shouldn't sign that you shouldn't publish that work, because that agency is working for the client. They are only hiring you to do that job for that particular point in time. So for that particular purpose, you are supposed to leave them. They are the one who's supposed to post it. A client is not supposed to come to your page and see that content. But when you are working with personal brands or businesses and they're telling you to sign NDA, it means because they are not confident enough to work. I've been in this business for 12 years. I know what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you something I'm not telling you cock and bull stories. Most of my clients are proud that I'm posting their work. The other one told me the other day that, why haven't you posted the work now? I finished his logo. He said, the next day, he chat me. Say, Kata, why haven't you posted the work in your page now? I said, I'll post it. I plan my post. So I don't post content like that because I plan my Instagram post. I don't just come up and post random posts. He left me. 2 days after I came back, he said, Kata, you have not still posted it. I said, what is the problem? Then I have to ask him, what is exactly the problem? He said, I should post it now that he want to show his friends. I said, show your friends now. I've already sent you the content. He said, no, I should post it first. Then after 2 days, I published it. I tagged him. He was very happy. He came back. He sent me to send my account number. He sent me 10,000 naira for a charge card. He was very happy. Imagine that kind of person now signing NDA with me. The problem with agencies is that you are not starting from where you are supposed to be starting. Start from the grassroots. If you run away, who will do these designs for these people who are starting up? Start from the grassroots and build up. Don't start from up and come down. You can't go from up to down. Start from the grassroots. Start building for these basic businesses. Those are people who are going to refer you. And that's where you grow because it's through referral. It's the growth. Forget about advertisement. You do advertisement, yes. But those ones you are scouting. You are scouting clients. It's good to advertise, but the best advertisement you can ever get, like I said yesterday, is from the word that comes from the mouth of those who have already worked with you. Let's proceed. So we are done with the content types, right? I don't want to go too deep in the content type because our time is fast spent. Let's go very fast now. Okay. Now we are going towards amplifying agency authority. Amplifying your agency authority. Clients don't trust your brand. They trust what? They trust the coach, they trust the designer, and they trust the what? They trust the agency. It is the agency that the clients trust. It is the designer that the clients trust. You see, the client is not seeing those people working under you as an agency. They are seeing you as the designer. That is why I said the day before is that I think that was the first day. I told you that you should go and learn all of these services you wish to offer. If you wish to offer web design in your option, go and buy a course on web design and learn web design. And learn the type that you want to offer. Don't just go and learn random web design. If you want to offer brand identity design, go learn brand identity design. Get a course, a proper course from a renowned platform. And by the way, we teach web design if you wish to learn web design specifically. And if you want to do logo design, go get logo design course specifically get from a renowned platform. There are many platforms you can get web design course online, logo design course online, many renowned platforms out there. Get the one that is what proposed to you. I don't want to get into the kind of courses you should get or the kind of services you should render or the kind of people you should work with, because that one is a deeper topic. If you are not talking about the kind of clients you focus on, is it, if you want to work, is it for e-commerce, is it for Shopify platforms, is it clients who have a lot of budgets that will be able to work with platforms like Framer, or is it platforms clients who are wishing to build a UI for a mobile application? This is where you have to niche down. I talked about this yesterday. If you are not listening to that, go back and listen to that session. You niche down to one, start off from that one. Don't try to do all of them. I see some people who are agencies, they are doing UI and UX design, they are doing web design, they are doing e-commerce, they are doing this, they are doing... No. You confuse yourself and confuse people who are coming to work with you because you can't perform well in all of those things. Pick a niche. This is why foreigners make more money than us. The reason they make more money than us is because those people are fucking niches, if I will use that word. They niche so detailed. Even if there is something that is lesser than niching, they do that. I have a friend in Israel. He's a web. This guy don't do any website if it is not for a company portfolio. He doesn't do e-commerce. No matter how much you wish to pay, he doesn't do. Portfolio only. Company's portfolio. That's what he's good at. That's what you want to do. That's just what you do. This person, I'm not telling somebody who is doing logo design and branding. He's just a web designer, and that's just what you do. That's what you specialize on. These people can niche so that me, I can't even niche down to that level. This guy is charging not less than $10,000 for a single website, whereas I'm here charging $1,000 for e-commerce, which I'm supposed to be charging $20,000. Charging $3,000, $2,000. Supposed to be charging $30,000. You know the kind of website we make? You know the kind of capacity we have here. We have very strong capacity. I have most of my friends in US. They are recruiting people here. A lot of people from Africa. How many agencies I work with in US? I mean big brand, tough ones. They recruit a lot. They come to groups. They recruit people. Sometimes they pick some. They'll chat me and say, "Is this one good?" I don't refer people that easily. Because those people, there's a way you refer somebody, they get to mess them up. You break the relationship you have with them. Small thing, they invest them. So I don't refer people. I tell them, get somebody. I can now tell you whether that person is capable or not. I just recommend a few. So it is what amplifies what your authority. Client trust what they trust you as a person. Your client should what? They should know what to expect from you. That's how they build the habit of what? Working with you. See, you have to make your client build the habit of working with you. They have to build the habit. And the reason why clients ignore you, because they see your content as advertisement. They see it as marketing. You are just in their face. Buy this from us. We do this, we do website, we do logo design, we do branding. You don't do anything, you don't do shit. Every other person in that platform does it. There are people who does it more than you. What makes you different? Can you tell me what makes you different? Don't tell me that you are a website designer. Show me you are a website designer. Don't tell me you are a logo designer. Don't tell me you are an agency that does this and that and that and that. Show me what your agency can make me what? Achieve. Can you make me money? How can you build my business? How will your design improve what I am actually earning? Improve my earning right now. Who have you done it for before? Who have you done it for? And can you replicate that option for me? I'm sending a screenshot for us now so we understand what I'm talking about. I just made a screenshot for my client's website. Some of you know this website, my client. Though I took permission from him for doing any of this. So you see how much we made from January. This is January 1st. Forget about the December 31st. This is January 1st to December 30th, 2025. This is close to ₦1 billion. 733 million naira. 733 million naira for 1 year. If clients who are coming for e-commerce and I show them this is what we actually help our clients achieve, this is how we do it, and this is how we can do it for you if you are willing to take the actions that these clients have taken. This is what an agency is about. It's about what? Result. It's about conversion. It's not about designs. It's not about concept. It's not about aesthetics anymore. As you are growing and scaling from an agency level, you are now looking at what? Results. You are actually working with people. You don't have to talk to people. How much do you do logo? We do logo for 10. No. Not like that. Have to what? Research, understand who you are working with, and understand how to serve them well. Because why everybody is searching for your service is so they can make money. It's so they can stand out and make more money in their industry. How do you help them? What can you show? What do you have an evidence? Do you have an evidence? Do you have an evidence? You have to build the evidence from people who you currently work with. What is the evidence? It could be in testimonial format. It could be in what you think you help them achieve. If a client is at a particular level, You have to go back, investigate. Please, ma, what is your current earning now? You are an agency, you ask questions. So, as an agency, you are not a personal brand. It's no more personal. It's now a what? It's not a it's now a collective effort. Please, ma, how much are you making currently? What is your current revenue? Where are you having problems? What are the damages you are having? Why is your business low? What is that one thing holding your business from breaking down? And when they give you these informations, you work on these informations. You work, prepare content, prepare ideas, prepare strategies to scale them, to lift them up, and assure them that you can do it, and you actually do it. And when they start selling and scaling, it is very clear. You know, you can go back and ask them, "How is your business doing today, ma? These 3 months after our connection with you, how is your business going? These 6 months after our connection with you." Some of us don't ask questions. You finish design, you run away. You finish design, you run away, you escape. Once you finish design, boom, you don't run. As you finish design, you don't escape. As you finish design, you relax and wait and ask questions and see whether that thing you're doing is actually working for the clients, whether it actually worked. Ask questions. Ask questions. So they ignore you because they think what your content is advertisement. Just boom, boom, boom in their faces. So agencies that are winning are no more thinking like what social media marketers. They are no more thinking like advertisers. They are thinking like what TV networks. You know what TV network do? What they do is that they create content that are what? That are not just intriguing, but content that are purposeful. When you open a TV to watch, you know that that content is not a short-term content. Have you ever opened a television to watch and you want to watch 1 minute content? Have you ever opened on your television and you want to watch 1 minute content? Those are long-term resources. But it's what is attractive at the beginning. And it is easy for you to understand what you are achieving or what you are getting. That's why some movies have trailer. You go watch the trailer. That is the introduction of your content. The trailer is the introduction of your content. So you make it easier for what? For them to understand you. You make it easier for them to understand you. So we go to the next one, which is hiring. We are in the second to the last, okay, third to the last one now. Hiring. So in hiring now, you want to hire some persons to work with you as an agency. Okay, these are what you take note of. You can get your pen and paper very quickly. Okay, here are what you look out for while you're hiring. Number one, who are you hiring? Number two, where can you find these people you're hiring? Number three, what value do they hold? Number four, what are you hiring for? What's the purpose of you hiring a worker? You hiring a freelancer? You hiring a what? A remote worker? What is the purpose? What are you hiring for? What you're hiring for is purpose to what? To the niche you choose. So you wish to do website design, branding, and whatever. Then you find somebody who can do logo design, but the person is not good at brand identity design. And you now force the person to do branding too, because the person can do logo design. Then you teach them one thing or two things from there, just few days, and you think you are good to go. No, that's not how it works. You have to find a person who is what? Who is a professional in that field. I'm going to teach you how to find, by the way. So what you're hiring is what? Important. Why are you hiring for? I'm hiring because I want to what? I want to be intentional about this. I want to make sure people get exactly what they are paying for. Who are you hiring? Who are you hiring? Okay, now I have these three services like we did in the day one. I want to do web design, branding, and flyer design for the first phase, or web design, brand identity design, and brand strategy. Now you choose this one, these three. You have to take who actually features well in this. So this you have to scout for these people. You can go on the social media, you could go into the social media platforms and you check out what platforms that have the best designs. You go there, find out the people who actually how they behave, how they relate, what kind of content they publish. When you find out in those pages, you can go to their personal, those groups, you can go to their personal page and check if these are copy content, or they are just they are just randomizing content. Make further research to go to their Instagram, TikTok, and also see if it is relatable. The content they post must be relatable. If it's not relatable, that person don't know exactly what they are doing. Who you are supposed to be working with as the startup shouldn't be somebody who is still crawling. Yes, you are going to get to the stage where you're going to teach them, but I'm going to come to that in a couple of moments. We are about rounding up. So who you're hiring should hold a strong purpose of what they do. What they do should be a complete package. So you say you're a flyer designer, right? How many flyer designs can you do? If we have 10 type of flyer design, can you be able to do up to 50% of those kind of flyer designs? It doesn't because somebody is a flyer designer and they do church design alone. You are a brand identity designer. You are an agency and you need more of business flyers. Business flyers is not the same as church flyers. The same way as clubhouse flyers or birthday flyers is not the same as business flyers. And 80% of clients you're going to be getting are business clients, not for clubhouse flyers, not for birthday flyers. And as a matter of fact, the flyer designer who do flyer for birthday more regularly than businesses will be less effective in delivering flyers for businesses than he deliver for birthday designs. Facts. A flyer designer who is also a logo designer is not the same thing as a logo designer. I'll repeat, a flyer designer who also knows how to design logo is not the same person as a logo designer. Find specialization. Don't pick somebody who can do everything. You don't want to break your startup agency. Don't pick people who does everything. Pick somebody based off on their strengths, not their weakness. A flyer designer who do logo design is not a logo designer. It's a flyer designer first before a logo designer. A logo designer who does flyer design is a logo designer first. He only started doing flyer design because of condition. They say condition make crayfish bend. It's condition that made him do flyer design because the clients start requesting for flyer design and they now start doing flyer design. So don't hire people based off on multiplicity. Hire people based on specialty. This person can handle this thing, handle it very well. Are you sure this is all you do? Yes, this is all you do. Very good. We are hiring you for flyer design, not logo design. Simple. Hire people based off on their strengths, not their weakness. I won't talk too much about that one. So don't try to save money. You want to get one person that can do flyer design, web design, and logo design. Look at your agency falling into the pit. At your agency falling into pits. So hire people that is for who to hire. Where can you find them? I talked about that. You can go to social media platforms like Facebook, go to the groups, scout people. There are plenty designers who have good values there. And one thing that makes this very easy is that you can also ask questions, you can test them out with sample projects. And when I say sample, don't try to get free designs. You can pay them a little. Please, I want to test you out with this sample project. I'll pay you 5,000. I'll pay you. See, as an agency, you start up, you spend money. You will spend money. You scout people. And don't hire people based on pity. Don't hire people because he's my brother, he's my friend. I think I have known this person for a long time. If I hire another person now, no, that's not the reason to hiring people. You hire people that are going to move your brand. People who are going to move your agency to the next level. Not people who are going to come to make the whole thing look too emotional. You don't hire family members unless the family members have the capacity. This is where they say business is not It's not relationship. You don't hire people to spoil your business for you. Hire people who are really. You hire people who you will be willing to fire anytime that they are not capable to deliver anymore. And I'm going to talk about that in a couple of moments. Let's rush because we are getting to a more deeper aspect of this. Okay? So what value should they hold? Now, when I talk about value, we are talking about morals and character. This actually plays a very vital role. How do you make people work with you when they are not comfortable working with you? You see somebody who is stubborn, who have big head, who is stubborn, who is behaving like somebody who is crazy, and you want to hire that person into your team, you are going to have a system where they will corrupt the rest of the persons. Everybody have a place where they belong. Everybody have who they respect. That person you think that is very stubborn and arrogant to you today, have somebody that they will get to work with, they will humble themselves. So that you're not hiring them doesn't mean that somebody else won't hire them. I may hire them tomorrow. If they mess up, I will deal with the person. Everybody have where they feature. It's not somebody you will give work to do. They will leave your work and go and be doing their client's work too. That leads us to number 13 or number 12, I think. Managing what? Workers. So let's get to the managing workers now. Number one, managing technique. Take your pen and paper now, very quickly. Right, very, very important. Managing your worker. Number one technique is what? Accommodating their growth. Now, this is very essential part of growth as an agency. You must make sure that your agency is big enough to accommodate the what? The growth of people working for you. When I say the growth, I'm not talking about their growth of their earning in your brand. I'm talking about their growth in their personal brand growth. So these people that are working with you, you know that they have other things they are doing before you hire them. So you are not hiring them. Remember, our kind of hiring is not the one that you have an office where they come to work every morning. This is an online what? Service. These are online service options. Okay? So hiring these people what? I'm coming to payment and the settlements. So you make sure you what? Accommodate them. Don't be kind of person that want them to be under you every now and then. You can set a period of time they can work with you and then they will be free to what? To go if they wish to go. Can give them 1 year. After 1 year, the contract is over. If you wish to continue working with us, we'll sign another contract. So giving them the opportunity, that's number one. Number two, you could also make it easy for them to what? To do their work while working with you. This is where you don't overfeed them with too much of work. Because they are working with you and you are paying them. Then you give them 20 designs to do a day. That's wickedness. That's not proper management. You are lacking good morale as an owner of an agency. And you are going to end up what? You are going to end up messing up your agency because those people are going to make it a hell for you. You're going to realize that you train these people to what? To nurture your pattern of design. Listen, as an agency, you should nurture designers to work with a pattern of design. That's why I teach some people, I tell them, go and hire people now. Start teaching them. I teach most of my students. Start teaching them how to design like you. Because when you start designing for clients, they want you, nothing more than you. They just want you. It is your design concept they are looking for, not somebody who will do design for them. So when they start seeing something that is not looking like what you offer, they will start feeling off. So clients want to see Kata Studios design. So when I train my people who are working with me on my web design projects, with me on my web design project, I train Nessa know how it is. She's here. After that, I can go and ask her. She know what she suffered to just learn how to upload products. How to upload products, she took almost a week plus. Not just learning it. The mistake she made, she corrected before I could approve and say, oh yeah, start uploading. The same Fabulous, I think Fabulous should be here as well. Before you start doing even a landing page for my clients, I know how I scrutinized him. So that when my clients see this work, they will know that this is coming from Kata Studios. It's not coming from a random person that Kata Studios review. I don't know if you get the point. So people want to connect and work with you. They don't want to work with somebody you actually give the job to. So make sure your stuff accommodate them so that they can grow. People are supposed to grow under you. They are not supposed to be shrinking. You have people who are working under you and you are shrinking them. You yourself, you are not going to grow because if you are holding somebody on the ground, you too, you are on the ground. That's Igbo adage. Say if you are holding somebody on the ground, you too, you are on the ground. When you stand up, the person will stand up. You get the point? So help people expand. Let your brand agency be big enough to accommodate other people's growth. Don't think that you are helping them grow their own. No, they will even feel more comfortable working with somebody they see that genuinely care about their growth too. I have tried this out now. People who are working with me, they are very, very comfortable because I try to push their business too. I try to push their growth. I refer people to them to work with them directly without having to start seeking for commission or seeking to do the work and collect some money, part of it. No. I only take clients which I know that are too personal to me. If people come and say, please, can you share me some of your students? I share them the students. I don't care about all of those things. Make it what? Make it fun. You can't have all opportunities. That's what makes you a boss. As an agency, you are a boss. So make sure you accommodate people. If you want people to work with you, unless you want them to mess up your agency, people can mess up your agency for you. People can mess you up. They can be working with you and make the whole thing a stress for you. Right? They can be working with you and make it a living hell for you. That's number one, by the way. So accommodate their growth. Number two, treat them like humans. So not overwork them. Give them 20 projects to do, 50 projects to do in a month, 100 projects to do. No. There should be a limit. We talked about this in the day one. I think day one or day two. We talked about what the limit you should be giving to your services. You shouldn't be, because you have many clients. Then you see a client who come up and say they need 10 websites in 1 week. Then you start struggling and no. Can let them know the possibility. There's what we call in design for agencies. There's what we call obtainable and non-obtainables. Obtainables are things that we can do for a certain period of time. We are humans, and things that we can't do. Clients who pressure you this way don't respect you. So to earn your respect, you reduce. Please, that we can't complete 10 designs in a month. We can do 5. If the rest of the 5 can come up for next month, we will appreciate. But if it can't, this is the highest we can go with my team. That's self-respect. They wait if they value your work. I have seen clients who I book them for 3 months. They say they are willing to wait 3 months. I booked them ahead because I can't finish the works I have for that 2 months. I booked them ahead. They told me, Kata, don't worry, I'll wait. They didn't go elsewhere. But how did I make them wait? I didn't tell them it's just 3 months. Or listen, these are strategies I'm giving you. I tell them this is going to take us 3 months to get to this your project. But if I finish this, I might finish this client's project in less than 1 month or less than 2 months, and I will be able. That is hope. That's what's called assurance. You are reassuring them or letting them giving them the confidence, giving them the hope that it could be less than that. That's the same strategy I use whenever I give a client time that their project is going to be completed in 1 month's time. I let them know about 1 month. Sometimes I tell them that the project might even be completed in 2 weeks. But if it's not, then we extend it to that time. But they have the hope of 1 month, but in their mind, psychologically, I have plugged in 2 weeks. So they have it in mind that these people deliver their work quickly. You get the point? That is it. So don't overwork them. They are humans like you. Don't overwork them. That's number 2. Number 3, give incentives. These are little money you give by the weekend. By the weekend, you can transfer them airtime, can transfer them small cash. By month end, you can just give them an extra. Even after paying them, you can just give them an extra small thing. Sometimes you can buy them some equipment to help. Some of them who like doing content, you can just buy them mic, can just buy them ring lights, can just buy them, just give them, make them feel like they are working with a human. These are where people are going to work with you, and you're going to enjoy. They are going to respect you. Anytime you give them job, they can even leave that their best clients work and do your work. Every time a job come out now, they will leave everything they are doing. That is what it feels like. And when you tell them to do something, they are going to do it for you. They are going to come out for you. Don't make people feel like they are dummies. They are not dummies. People who are working with you. This is a very important part of this session. That's why I keep it for the last. Management is very important. This is where we get it wrong. We think it's about business. People who are working for you are the integral parts or factors of whatever we are doing. So you're working with humans, you give them incentives, make them feel better with small giveaway. Then the next one is skill improvement. Engage them in skill improvement course. So if this person is doing flyer design and you see that this flyer design they are doing is being the same style and pattern over time, instead of discarding them and hiring a new person who is better, you have used them for a long time. Don't just discard them. It's evil. What you need to do is to engage them, get them in resources, get them new materials to upgrade themselves. Get them a course. I bought you this course for flyer design. I think it will help you improve. Or you have, take your time. I'll give you 1 week free to what finish the course. They finish the course. It is something, it means a lot to them. You are making sure that your brand and agency is what is a part of livelihood and growth to what to another agency. It's a part of growth to that personal what brand that is still growing up. They will see you as a loving person and a caring person. Someone who can just use them and dump them. Someone who can use them and wish to see them what improve. Get them a course. Improve them. I learned this from one of my foreign friend. That's what it does to this. He told me, Kata, I want to get your course. My web design course is at $300. Say, I want to get your course for 3 of my workers. Their designs are no more, I'm no more feeling it anymore. I say, wow. 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 You see, that is what it feels like to be human. That is number 4. Number 5, teach them good moral, or is it number 4? Teach them good morals. See, morals are very essential. Morals are very essential. When you teach people something, they know that that is what they should identify you with. When you come around me, I'm talking about trash and rubbish. You identify me with that. When you come around me, I'm teaching you on how to what, be honest and say the truth. It is likely that you don't lie to me. I must not tell you don't lie. Everybody, these people working with you, they are matured. But there are ways you talk to them, there are ways you relate. It's even the moral you teach them more should come from your actions. All of these things I mentioned is the moral you are teaching them. When you care about people, they respect you. You are not being selfish. Selflessness is what you need to grow your agency when you are talking about working with humans. Okay? When you are working with humans, you have to be what? Selfless. Don't be somebody who is greedy. All money should go to your pocket. Sometimes you see that anyway, we're going to talk about that when we come to settlement and payments. So teach them what? Give good morals. Then the final one is what? Give them an extra earning games, like what? Commissioning. So you can tell them, if you actually refer a client so and so, you are going to get this particular percentage. So apart from the money they are earning from working with you, they can also get incentives or commission for what? Referring clients. So even if that person is a flyer designer and they see a client they are working with who need a website, they can refer them to your agency and you give them their percentage. 5%, 10%, it is something. The Song Justice here have referred clients to me for website design. I think 2 times. Austin Rain have referred clients to me too. Nessa, the one before the last one she got here, was one client is close. It's instant payments, 100,000 naira. That's 10%. I give 10%. For my students, for my friends, for my families, everybody. I take it, that's my business policy. And I taught you guys how to do that for clients too. You don't give clients money. They don't need your money. If you have not listened to that session, go and listen. I'm not going to talk about that today. So give them those games. Those little games helps boost their morals. See, people go where they are what? Where they benefit from. Forget about all these things we are saying about morals and all of this is good. But people go where they benefit. They have to benefit from that place. There should be a benefit. There should be some level of benefit. It's not every money you come out, you are doing the same work. They are expecting a certain amount of money. They don't even know if they are going to make more than that amount of money from you. No, you should make it be in a way where the payment is dynamic. It's not, but anyway, let's get into payment and settlement immediately. We are rounding up very quickly. Okay, we are in the last one now. Payments and settlements. So there are many levels of payments. There are many ways you can do your payment, but I'm going to talk about 2 today. Just 2. 2 of the most important ones, or 2 of the most ones I use. Okay, so we do payment usually based on value, work value. What is your work value? What do you bring to the table? Now, payment by work value is not a category of payment. It's not a category of payment. It's not a category of payment. It's a branch of payments. Then in that branch, we now have categories under them. But let me explain. Maybe you will not understand. Let me calm down and explain this one. Let me drop my tablet. So payment by value is what? Is a branch. What does it mean by payment by value? See, when somebody is a flyer designer, the amount they are earning is not the same amount somebody who is doing web designing is earning. That's what we mean by payment by value. So somebody who is doing flyer designer, how much should he be earning? Somebody who is doing web designer, how much should they be earning? Somebody who is doing brand identity designer is not the same thing they should be earning as a logo designer. Because the services category are not the same value and not the same price and not the same effort and not the same resources or time. One thing you shouldn't even do is paying per hour. That one is cancelled. Hourly payments cancelled. We are not talking about that today. So the what? The one branch for what? Payment is what? By value. What those people are what? Then under it we have what? Categories. We do payment by percentage and then monthly salary. This payment by percentage I even prefer it mostly, but sometimes it also don't work. I will tell you in cases where it doesn't work as well. So the payment by percentage, you're not going to decide, okay, since this person is a website designer, a brand identity designer, how am I going to pay them so that they won't feel like they are being cheated or this person is collecting more salary than this person? How do I do that? That's why you introduce the payment by percentage. You can do it percentage by range. Anyway, let me not go into that. If I go into that, it's going to be more deep. Let's just take it to the top level. So when you do percentage payment, you are now telling the flyer designer that, see, I am hiring you for this particular service, right? If a client brings a project or if the client is willing, we are not going to pay you any amount. You are going to be doing your job. When a new project lands and you are the one who is willing to do it, we are going to take the money from the client. Then we settle you based off on our agreement. Now, what's the agreement? You cannot decide, since you are a flyer designer, how much percentage do you think we should pay you based on these resources? Let me clear something to you so you understand. A website designer, before you start making payment to a website designer, you will first of all remove the money for hosting, for domain, for SSL security, for Cloudflare, for the plugins which you are going to use in the website, and other things you are going to purchase. You are going to remove that money first. Then it is from the gain that you pay the website designer. For a flyer designer, there is nothing you are buying. The Photoshop there is already there for them. So what you do is what? You know what to do from there. You just calculate the percentage by total amount. So the formula for calculation for resource-based services is not the same with what? Non-resource-based services. Non-resource-based services are services that you don't need to buy any extra resources or tools to do, like flyer design, like logo design. But product label design, in most cases, is resource based. Because sometimes I do product label design, I have to go into the market, do research, purchase some of those products, compare them. Those are money I'm spending. So non-resource based designs, you calculate the percentage by the total. Resource based design, you minus the resources, then what? Calculate the percentage by the total of the what? Interest. Without calculating by interest. Interest minus what? The resources. I'm just teaching you how you can make your business stable, because you don't just start paying people like that. No, pay people like that, you are going to have problem. So these two, I don't want to get into too deep. Let's don't waste our time. Start telling you which ones that have resource based and non-resource based. I just give you the instance that will make you understand, right? So these clients, these settlement options is what? By percentage. You can now discuss with the person for that you can get in to ask them. You are a flyer designer, right? I am going to pay you 20%. How about that? If a project comes in and we are earning 100,000 for that particular service, even if it is 10 flyer design at 10,000 naira, I'm going to pay you 40% of that earning, which is 40,000 naira. Are you okay with that? Then the flyer design will say, no, I don't think that's okay for me. Let's do 50-50. Or let's do me 60, then you 40. That's what negotiation is about. You negotiate with them, but you have to talk with them on a personal level. It's not a general meeting. You have to talk with everybody, have to be a personal discussion. Because their own service and prices are different. You have to let them know why their own is different as well. Then the extra money you are getting, you are going to invest in our what resources. Sometimes you have to let them know, please, I can't give you 50% because I have to run advertisement to what to get more clients for us. I have to do this. I have to keep this option. I have to also sort for clients. I'm the one who gets clients. You don't need to bother yourself. All of those things, you have to let them know. It's all about your agreement with them. But whatever service you are doing, never go less than 30%. Never go less than 30%, or even 40% is not very, very fair. I mean, for people who are actually working, don't go less than 30%. Lowest you can go is 30%. Though there are some services that doesn't need what too much of stress. For instance, a flyer design that your agency is doing for a social media platform, and that flyer design is for a particular project. And that project, you don't need to start changing the designs. It's just the images or the contact they are changing for the multiple versions of those designs. That one is now one template they are going to use to replicate all of those ones. So they are not redesigning multiple flyers. So it's not like the stress. You have to let them know all of these things. You have to let them know all of these things. Then you're also going to negotiate carousels. Carousels are slides. So in case clients need carousels, are they calculated as one design or multiple design? As a website designer, how much do you charge for a landing page? How much do you charge for this? How much do you charge for that? Okay, if this project comes in, if we close the project for $1,000, you are going to earn 400,000 naira. Whereas we take the 600,000 naira, we are going to take care of the what purchasing of the host, the resources, and everything in that 600,000. Or we are going to discount the amount for those resources and what share this one based on this percentage. But the best option is the first one I said, because they will always feel cheated when you say you want to remove the money for the resources. You have to remove the money from the resources from the percentage you agree. That's fair. But if you tell them that you are going to, what I'm teaching you now is how to avoid problem, how to avoid conflict, how to avoid somebody telling you that you are cheating them. I want you to be very, very straight and plain and decent. Don't do it with greed and envy. Whatever they are earning is their money. Some people some people are working with you, are working for you. You get to the point where they work, and at the point they are making more money now. Not because you are not making money too, but they are making more money too as well. Because they are working more. Then you start envying them. Start talking to them anyhow. They will notice, they will know. They will know. Or you stop giving them the incentive you used to give them because you think they are making, hey, you are making money now. I don't need to give you any extra money again. That's bullshit. Our session may end any moment from now. I wanted our speakers to have some talk with us, but I don't think it might be possible this night. So let's even round up very quickly. Let's round up very quickly. So you can also do monthly salary, where every month you pay them. So you can now say, okay, you are a flyer designer, right? Now, at the end of every month, we usually get up to 20 designs for you. So we usually get 20 designs every month. And at the end of that month, we are going to pay you 100,000 naira for those 20 designs. But the difference between this salary version and the percentage base is because at the end of the month, whether they work or they don't work, you pay them because it's monthly payment. Even if they do up to 10, I have an agency I was discussing with. I was actually training an agency owner on how to manage their agency. That was last year. I was talking about settlement, and he said something. He says, sir, I prefer paying them monthly salary. I give them this particular amount for this amount of service. I tell them, okay, now you give them this particular amount. I know that if they work more than, if they do, you are giving them for 20 designs, right? He say yes. If they work up to 30 design, it means that you are still going to pay them the same 100,000, right? He said yes. I said, what if they did 40 designs? You're still gonna pay the 100. They say, yes, that's the agreement now. Then I asked him the very tricky question. I said, what if at the end of the month they only did 5 designs instead of 20 designs you agreed? He said, oh, sir, that's the problem. Oh." I told him that is it. That's really the problem. Because we do policies that only what favors us when we don't consider other people. And that's where the whole problem of connection, the whole problem of hiring people begins. And that's even where the problem from working with clients begins. Because when we do policies that protect our interests and not the client's interests. The same thing applies to hiring. When you hire people, the policy must be 50-50 in a way where it protects their interest too. Can you just wake up any morning and sack them? You have to give them what? Notice, a 1 month notice. So that 1 month, you have to pay them for the work they do that period. So don't just wake up one morning and sack your work. No, you have to have an agreement with them. And by the way, you have to have a terms and condition with them. I think I will be sharing this thing for us any moment. But we'll do client-centric content next month. I'll give you guys templates on what to work on. We have a lot to do. We have a whole lot to do. We're gonna scale from here. We are gonna scale from here. So you don't wake up one morning and just sack them. Okay? There are levels of what you can say to them. You don't just get angry and start shouting on them. They are your workers, but they are not your slaves. They're not your slaves. So you hire people, you make them feel like humans. You pay them when it is time to pay them. Not that you finish the project, you start delaying their payment. That is what causes problem. This one we are going to talk about. If we want to talk about, we won't talk about client workers conflict and conflict resolution. Can get more deeper into this. This workers recruitment is actually deeper than what we are talking about. But for designers, it's just fair. So when people work with you, make sure you will treat them well and make them feel like humans. Right? Hire the right people for you. Hire people you can talk to, people you can guide, people you can control. Don't hire people who are stubborn. I will not advise you to do that. Then you start training somebody who is stubborn. Unless you take the person to psychiatric hospital first. You don't want to work with somebody who is going to be messing up the whole thing for you. Then also you know a little of what that thing that you are doing. So that even if that person do rubbish, you can correct them before it gets to the client. Because these people you are doing their design for, they are paying you money. So you too, you have to put in the work. Before you even start your design agency, go and learn some of these things. Take like 2-3 months. Don't be in a rush. So if you after this lesson now, you have started creating options and packages and designs and start assembling yourself, assembling people to work with. To assemble people is easy. You just have to what? You can create a group on Telegram. Organize the group in different topics. For website design, graphics, so that any website design project, you are discussing it in that website design group. Flyer design project, discuss it there. It will be organized and your workers will be in the group. So these workers are not people that maybe they must be under. It might be your friends. You call them together, bro. Let's do this together. Let's collaborate. That's collaboration. Honestly, I call it collaboration. I see some of you talking about collaboration online. You do design together. That's not collaboration. Collaboration is actually working and making money. That's what collaboration is. As a designer, you work and make money together. Wow, Vimeji, me, I am a web brand designer. You are a website designer. Let's collaborate and create an agency. For the two of you have created an agency, you are hire other people. You must not create agency on your own alone. It must not be only you. Might be two people. Then later you people can split into two. When you have started making money and you think it is right time. But you can start up as two firms. You can talk about your settlements, how you people are going to settle do the settlements. How you're going to do hiring and all of that. But if you can do it alone, do it alone. Hey bro, how are you doing? I know you are doing, I see your work. You are doing web. You see, there are many people who are doing flyer design. Many of our young designers who are doing. I wonder what these big platforms are chasing young people around, trying to scold them out of. You can't scold these young ones away. You can't do that. Any platform that lacks the generation of young designers are going to die and crumble. Any platform on Facebook, on Instagram, any platform at all that don't recognize young designers, they are going to die off. Natural death. I'm not joking. The young ones are the livelihood of every industry. Go and recruit those ones. Train them from that. Those ones are humble. Don't go and start finding somebody who is you're going to pay them millions. No. There are people who can do this thing well. They are going to now hide under the shield of your agency. Who is the authority that is guiding them or that's what using their service? They are now going to hide under that shield while they are showcasing their work. That is proper recruitment. Recruitment is more about training. It's not about work only. It's more about training. You bring in people, you guide them, you make them grow, you help them scale. And before you know it, they start becoming better people. They start growing with you. You start teaching them some things that they don't know. Then the final recruitment strategy is what? What's the final recruitment strategy? Let me get from where I wrote. Internship. So this one are for people who are willing to learn design. They know a little about design, but they want to learn deeper. You cannot take them in, get a course for them. They learn. When they learn, you have an agreement with them. You're going to learn and you are going to work with me. During that period you are working with me, you are going to be making some design. For the next 3 months or for the next 6 months, you are going to make design for us for free. But we are going to make sure we train you to standard. And during that period, after you are going to use those designs you are doing for real clients to what? To test the water. We are going to still allow you do your own design yourself and make your money anywhere. But we are not going to pay you because we are going to get expensive costs to train you for that 6 months, for that 1 year, for that 7 months. You have an agreement with these people. And when you are training them, they are working for you. After that time now, they are not capable to earn money. You can now start what? Paying them. That's by what? Internship. Some people will come to you for this. You can make an announcement, we are hiring. Public. If they come, you tell them the terms and conditions. Anybody who want to do, they do. They don't want to do, they go. After all, many people are doing free design for flyer design for celebrities. They are not collecting money. So many people are doing fictional designs online without any reality. I hate fictional designs because they are not real. If you do fictional design, you are going to end up with fictional clients. Because you are going to be in a position where you are only doing design that nobody is correcting. Listen, if you set exam for yourself, you are always going to pass it. If you say it's fictional design, you are setting exam for yourself and you are always going to pass it. Nobody's reviewing you, nobody's correcting you. You are going to always pass. But when you do design that somebody, a human being, an owner of that particular design will tell you that I don't like this, I don't like this. That is when you know you are growing. So you can recruit people there, find these young bloods, pick them into your agency, get them to work with you from that beginning level, help them, encourage them, even if you don't have much money at the beginning level of your career. Because if you are trying to invest into it and take your money and start paying them monthly, you are going to suffer a whole lot of loss. You are going to suffer, I know what I'm telling you. You are going to suffer a whole lot of loss. No other strategy is stronger than these strategies I gave you this night. If you use the settlement strategy, they are going to be happy, you are going to be happy. So you know that it is only when they work that they get paid. So nobody is being paid for something they didn't do. So that you too, you are not going to run in a loss. So let's do a very quick recap. We are done. 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 So number one, we talked about what? Functional branding system. Right? Where we talked about what? 90% of agencies reach out to you through what? Through what? We talked about the client purchase journey. 90% of people reach out through trying to what? Go through different what? Levels of areas like social media, checking your website, checking your marketplaces like social media groups and so on and so forth, reviews, and then they can inbox you. Talked about presentation as well, where we talked about you having a good profile picture. Go to the studio and get a good profile picture. As a personal brand, go get personal. Stop using phone to snap picture. Go to studio. The way you dress is the way people are dressed. You go studio, go snap picture. Go studio. Go to the studio. You are looking at me now. You are looking at me. Go to the studio and get profile picture. Have an identity that have a likeness of you, an image of you. When people look at you, they know that this is this person. It's easy. Then the second level of presentation is what? The way you present your content. Make sure it's not just what? Dumping content on your social media handles. Purpose your content. Repurpose the content you what? Extract. Every content you do for your client shouldn't be just carry and dump. Should what? Re-strategize that content in a way it targets new audience. The prospects are the people who are willing to buy from you. And those are people, those kind of content should be targeting on. Okay, then we talked about what investing into your what into your agency. So 50 to 70% or 50% of your earning should be going back to the resources and development of your agency. Your agency, as a matter of fact, will even need a physical space. So when people ask you, tell them you are in the office, it gives you more authority. Your agency will need a website. So you are spending money now for a website. You should be talking about 400,000 naira, 500, 600, 700, 1 million. So you should invest in your agency. When clients see that you have a website, an organized website that have your price plans, that have packages, that have that have forms and all of those things, they are comfortable. Most foreigners don't like chatting you through WhatsApp. They like to communicate through your website email. Almost all my clients, they don't like chatting me through WhatsApp. It's only those ones that are now like families to me that are now chatting me through WhatsApp. So that's what investing in what back into your what into your agency. Then we go to next one, content type. We talked about what the elements of what the element of content. Talked about what reoccurring format. Talked about reoccurring theme, reoccurring characters. Can listen to all of these things. Then we talked about the content type. Where we emphasize deeply on client-centric content. We drop some content here that actually going to help you scale on that. Then we talk about what showing up, about what talking about your failure and success, not just your success. People want to know that they are dealing with what human being. Use the realistic reviews. Talk about amplifying agency authority. Talked about we have talked about the client trust. Okay, and we said the clients ignore you because your content look like what you are trying to sell to them. That's what we talked about amplifying your authority. Okay, then we talked about hiring, who to hire, where to hire them from, right? When to hire, okay, what value to look out for when you are hiring people. We talked about this in hiring. Then talked about management, workers management. Then worker management talked about accommodating their growth, making sure your agency is big enough, even though it's not too big, but it should be big enough. I didn't say big. I said big enough to accommodate those people who are working for you, accommodate their growth. Their growth is their personal brand growth because they are not an agency. If they are an agency, they shouldn't be working under you. Right? So they should be big enough to accommodate what? Accommodate those people. So they too can grow under you. So it's not like you being selfish and being the kind of person goes that always want people to be under you. No. If you work with them for a certain period of time, you can give them opportunity to live and scale on their own. So you can hire new people, bring new people in. Right? For a range of 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you can leave them and get new people again. It's okay. It's not a bad thing. There are a lot of market for everybody. There is a lot of components, a lot of people who are out there who are willing to do jobs for us. There are new faces coming up, new ideas, new people coming up. And as more people are leaving, you are training more people. And before you let them leave, you are going to bring in the people and let them train those people within that period of time as well. So they too will impact on those people. So that's why you don't have to send them away with anger. Please, I'm sacking you because you are no more. No, you train them, you suffer to train them. Remember, you spend your resources, you paid for them to get courses for them. You get? So you're not just going to sack them like that. You're going to bring in people, let them know that what they are now willing to, they are now ready to move to their own agency. By so doing, you have to let them train the other people that are coming in. Let them give them those morals. Because when somebody on a particular level teaches another person on the same level, the learning system becomes faster than when you on a higher level teaches them. It will look as if you are controlling them. That's why I have a friend. I have a friend. I call it a student as well. He wants to learn, but he's actually into drugs. So what did I do him? I do to him. One other person came through him. The person saw the way I'm teaching him, came through him and says, "Ah, please, I want to follow this person and learn." That other person does drug too. So what did I do? I told the first one that do the first drug. He have started stopping. I know that he have not stopped totally. I told him now you are going to teach this person how to stop doing drugs. If I am talking to the second one, like I talked to the first one, he will not hear because it took the first one almost a year for him to even hear. He came to learn for the first time, he ran away. Then the second time he came, he was now humble. But I know that a little sign of that is in him. But by the grace of God, he's coming out gradually. I know how to deal with those kind of people. We have dealt with people who are even into masturbation, pornography, gambling, and so on and so forth. So this one is still a toy. He's doing very, very well, at least for now. He's now teaching the person, teaching that other guy now how to come out from drugs. Because he is an example as well. So when people of the same category teaches themselves, it becomes very easy for them to what? To learn. But when you are trying to fix it becomes what? It becomes almost impossible. And two, it makes it easier for you to relax and allow them do the teaching. Why do you think I'm teaching all of these things to you guys today? Why I'm doing these things? So that tomorrow, if somebody asks this kind of question, I can tell them, please go and meet a song justice. He will give you the answer to that. Because I took time to digest this. This is not just a voice note. This is the totality of everything that I am, everything that I've built, everything that I've grown to become. And these are not just by mere experience. These are experience that I actually carefully observed and took notes. See, it is not everybody who is observing that is understanding. There are people who are given the gift to teach. There are people who are given the gift to understand. And there are people who are given the gift to what? To observe. But there are people who are giving these three gifts at the same time. They observe, they understand, and they can teach it. That's where power changes hands. That's why as I'm teaching you this thing this night, it doesn't look like a normal seminar. It's impactful and it is the word that you need. You see, the day one, day two, day three, those are impactful days. But these things, the day one wasn't as sweet as the day two, it wasn't as sweet as the day three. Because these things are foundation. We have to go to the root first. Teach the root before we come to the main factors. This is what makes everything possible. So we talked about what? Managing workers. Talked about what? Treating them like human. We talked about incentive, giving them incentives. Talked about skill improvement, getting them a course. Talked about teaching them good morals. Talked about giving them an extra earning game like what? Commissioning. Then finally we get to payment. We talked about what? Payment value, which is the branch, and then we talk categories under payment value, work value, sorry, which is what? Percentage, monthly salary, and what? Internship. Never to charge hourly. Never to what? Pay hourly. Don't pay hourly. As an agency, you don't pay hourly. So in this case now, you work with other agencies as well. You know that. When you work with other agencies, you have to make it very clear as well. So be transparent with people you work with. Don't tell them lies. If something is like this, let them know that is how it is. Even if you don't want to give them. If you close a deal of 10 million, let them know it's 10 million. If their own percentage there is 4 million, please give them their 4 million. Please just give them their 4 million. That is your prestige. You are not losing any money. If you withdraw it, you are even losing the respect you have. And you may lose those people who help you end up for 10 million. Because for them to help you end up 10 million to do that work for you, it means that it took a lot from them. Pay them their money. Don't be greedy. Don't try to eat the whole thing, put the whole money in your pocket. It's not only for you. Do it in a way where they too will feel comfortable. You too will feel comfortable. Everybody will happy. Everybody go good. Everywhere go good. Get the point? So that is it for our session today. And I'm very, very excited we come to the end of this session so far. I don't know what else we could have done. I never knew we could do this, complete this before February. I thought this could take us a little longer. But thank God that as His grace may be, we were able to finish this up. I hope you guys actually learned a lot from this. The whole of the session from day one, day two, day three is live on our platforms. You can click Vimegi platform, Nessa platform, Divine platform. They share it. I think it's on Justice. All of those, they are going to share it. You too can go into our account after now, just 1 minute or 30 seconds after now, you're going to see the post. Can reshare it. This particular last day is the most essential part, integral part of what we are doing. We can also share the rest of them. But this last day, make sure you reshare to your page, right? Let other people get to see. Now, you also can go to the YouTube channel, Kata Studios. You are going to find all of this material. There's a material we prepared before this service. We had hosted a program like this. I think it was 3 hours or 2 hours. That was last month, December. Okay, it is beginning of this January, right? Then we published it in our YouTube channel. It's just like this as well. Go in there and what? And marinate yourself. If you're a personal brand, you want to learn something like this for personal brand, though some of these things are included, but for personal brand of beginners, some of the things you are saying here might look like jargon. You might not understand it. It's not your level. right? Some of them you understand, some of them will look confusing to you. Don't worry. When you get to that level to understand, this is a professional course, by the way. When you get to that level to understand, you are going to understand it. Keep on moving, keep on learning, keep on scaling from where you are. If it is not time for you to get an agency, don't rush in to get an agency, else you will break your leg. Stay where you are. Let me even give you a quick insight. If you want to actually grow to an agency, first of all, build your system first as a personal brand. Grow. You should have a stable incoming client of at least 10 clients every month before you can say you are scaling towards an agency. 10 clients every month. Every month, at least 10 clients inflow for you say. And the reason why your agency can scale, let me teach you guys this one characteristics is what character. If you have bad character as an agency person, you are building your agency, you get bad mouth, you talk anyhow to clients because you think you are making money, or you think you are now in an authority level. You behave anyhow, you talk to you go and learn all this rubbish they teach online about having standards for your agency. You then use it and apply to see you're a human being first. Some of us, the policies we write and terms and conditions and contracts we give our clients are so diabolic. They are so outrageously what? Nonsensical, unnecessary. Some of the contracts you are doing are not necessary. Focus on what? Focus in building relationship. It's not time for contract. You do contract, so yes, I'm not saying you shouldn't do contract, but don't focus your attention on that. Let the client know that even if you are sending them contracts, that's what the purpose of this thing is what to create a system where you people work as a long-term relationship. It's not a contract, something you finish working, that is it. No. Let them know that you are trying to create a family with them. You want to what? You want to make them not create a family like have children. No. I mean, you are trying to what? Create a family bond with them. Where you get to what? Where you get to what? Have a system that works perfectly well for both of you. So it's not only what? For you. So very quickly, we are going to allow Vimeji to give us a little clue about his agency and how he's going about it. If we actually have extra time, we are going to give Divine Chijindo to actually talk a little about that. Vimeji, you can take up the mic and tell us a little about your own agency, how you have been going about it. That the two of you actually are the purpose we created this particular course. So let us know. Are you there? Confirm that. Divine, also confirm your stay.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Perfectly well. Now
Wow.
proceed. So just tell us a little about your agency, what you are doing differently, how is it going now, and how do you intend to do it after now? Just
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Sakata, for
thank you so much.
such a wonderful experience to learn from you. I mean, my head was just banging throughout this whole session because honestly, you've solved my entire agency problem with this session tonight. And
It's God.
majorly where I've been having issues is not in terms of business, it's in
Mhm.
terms of managing workers, you understand?
Okay.
So the issue of payment, issue of getting good guys that can keep up with the standards and all of that has been a problem inside the team. So,
Okay.
when I get my the guys I want to work with, I train them, put them through the agency structure, and then
Mhm.
over time you just keep getting excuses that okay, this I want to do this, I want to do this, and
Yes.
it's now complicates the whole matter again, and you need
Yes.
to start hiring again after
Mm.
like 2 months.
Yes.
So even with the contracts and the time frame, they
It
just
doesn't
tend
still work.
to
Mm.
yes, they just ghost you, and then you on the other end, there's nothing you can do because I mean
Yes.
you cannot go to pick them up or say you want to sue them for leaving and all of that.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
tend to want to start the entire
Mhm.
hiring process again,
Again.
which is more stressful. So
So
this
what
this
changed?
now what really changed for me is I began to reflect back to the part where you were saying, okay, give them room to grow, give them, and honestly, me sef, I no try. It's so evident that I was choking them, right?
Yes.
I was pressing the team, trying to see how we could do more, do more, do more, and I was not giving them enough operating room for
To
them
grow
to grow
themselves.
themselves. Yes,
Yes.
and then pick up their own personal brands as well. And
Yes.
it just made it so obvious. And the part of you saying, okay, give them incentives, stipends and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Me if I greedy gun, God help me. God help me. Because oh come on now. I know I just it made me realize why in 2024 I had two of the best guys in my agency
Mm.
that I could say I had long-term goals with them mentally. I've already planned how see we'll do industry,
Mm-hmm.
we'll do this, we'll do that. And you know, before we entered, okay, I think when we entered 2025, first quarter of 2025, I
Mm.
just got ghosted from the both of them. Like they planned it. I was like, God, what's happening? And there we just onboarded a new client.
Mm.
So it just got me so confused. I was
Just
mad
keep
internally
repeating.
because
He keep
I mean,
repeating.
it just yes, you could negotiate with me. Oh, this is what's happening. Than ghosting me. So I was so angry, but there was nothing I could do.
You don't
So
understand
when
what
you
was going on.
mentioned yes, exactly. I was not seeing my own flaws. I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking it
You
from
are
their
seeing their
end.
problem alone.
Yes, I was not seeing my own. So when you mentioned this, it just made it so obvious that I was just being full of myself, trying to
Yes.
make sure everything goes in accordance to the way I want it to go. I
Mm-hmm.
was not trying to pick suggestions from them or even
Yes.
listen, right?
Yes.
So it just made it so obvious why I've been having issues with hiring
Mm.
up till today. And then in terms of pricing as well, a lot has shifted the way the structure for because the Fashion 2 website of my agency is supposed to
Okay,
launch February, but
excuse me. If you want to actually have,
okay, sir.
if you want to actually talk, we are going to give you like 2 minutes. Anybody else who is going to talk after Vimeji, anyone at all in the session, you have a question to ask, you have a suggestion, you can request to join immediately so that after she finish, I can include him if Divine is not currently available. So continue, V.
Okay, so in terms of pricing, I was saying we were looking to launch our version 2 website by February, but looking at the way
Things are
you
going.
broke down, looking at the way you broke down the
Mm-hmm.
pricing for
And the preparation of
for
everything.
the services exactly. So it made me realize that oh boy, work deal. I'm just sleeping. I'm just sleeping, and I'm
Yes.
so grateful because this is a real mind opener. I'm not sure we could get any value for this for I mean for free. It just shows how selfless you are, sir. I'm really, really
Thank
humbled.
you so. Thank you
Thank you
so.
so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for coming out of your busy schedule. I mean, I know the amount of crowds you're pulling. I know the amount of weight on your shoulders, but still, you still chose to show up here, not because we are even paying you or we. There's nothing
Yes.
special about it. But still, you still honored us.
Is
Sleeping together
I
this
think
plan. It was not even my idea. My idea entirely was just to come and meet you so you would scold me and give me correction on what I should do. But he
yes.
said, you know what, let's pull up a space. I was
Yes.
like, Twitter space. He said it's going to be a 3 days space. I said, let's not talk for 3 days. I said, let's not talk for 3 days. No one wants to send me much not our meeting. I said, God, this man wants to do this one before you know. And seeing the day one, the day two, the day three, oh my God,
Mm.
it was so detailed. It was so,
You
so
see,
depth.
we have even taken about 2 weeks even processing this with you personally, right?
Honestly, sir.
Yes. So I realized
Honestly.
that if we are going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, we might waste too much of our time and we will not get it in a very well coordinated and organized way. So I think of it, why not me coordinate and organize this in a way where it can also benefit others and also be a resource for those people who are coming in the
Mm.
future so they can have it. Because I finished talking with you. While I was talking with you, Divine actually came up with her own. I think Divine has been here with me for more than 3 weeks now. We have been dealing with Divine factions, but we are talking about her pricing analysis and all of that. She had many brand packages she want to integrate, and then we are dealing with that. And I realized that if I'm doing this with this person separately, doing this, which means other people might also come up tomorrow. The brand system, the environment is growing, people are growing. So for you to talk about your
Yeah.
agency, you want to improve your agency, not that you don't have before. And she too, she wants to now scale her agency. So it means that some other people might also need that option. So we have to actually create something that makes it easier for everyone to have that resources. So if anybody asks for it, oh yeah, go here, listen to these 3 classes. It's easier. Everybody can understand what they need to hear. Thank you so much, V. I am very, very excited you are in this session from the beginning. You pushed this session and every other person. I see you, Iwang, the design chef. Congratulations and welcome to this session. I'm very happy to have you here. And every other person I'm seeing here, ABA Studios, welcome. Trust Chidindu, I already see you. Big guy. Israel, all of these people, Mr. Ego, my man. I see you. Divine, okay, are you available to give us your briefing? Are you available? Please let us know. Divine, okay, confirm your availability. Okay, I think Divine okay have a network issue, a little tiny network issue, and that makes her unable to join us. She talked about that earlier before now. So, guys, that is it about our session so far, right? That's it about our session so far. We don't have anything much to talk about. This is just what it is about. The day one, we talked about foundation. Day two, we went further in between the both. Then the three, we talked about the ending part. We just have to grow the tree to the branches where it is easy. If you want to find this resource, I told you where to get it. You can get to check on Vimeji content. We have spent 2 hours and 30 minutes today on this session. For all of you who have been here from the day one till this day, and for some of us who are just joining us today, God bless us richly good. I see you, Vico. God bless us richly good. I'm very, very happy for this session so far. And we are going to have another one by next month. I don't know the topic. We are going to be inviting a friend from US and another one again. We're going to invite another friend from US. These are brand lord people who are doing very, very mightily. Some people who are even hiring me for my services. So they actually love what we are doing. So they want to join in. I know their topic is going to be more intriguing because I think that connection will be there. So they can also let us know why they hire us, what and what, because I think that's where we're going to focus on. Why do you think US agency market wish to hire Africans to work for them? Because the other one, Brandwish, Damian Brandwish was telling me the other day that the reason why they like hiring us was because they know that we actually have the skill, we have the creativity more than many of them over there. And they hire us and we are even affordable. So the market structure for us is very, very open and obvious that we are only platforms in Africa that can actually have groups. Over there, they don't have groups like we do here. They don't have it that much. Like design groups where you see people posting their work. Like this. It's Nigerians that do these things. It's Africans that do these things. Ghanaians, people from other countries, Cameroonians, all these countries, African countries are very strong and mighty. We are willing to share our work. We are willing to share our effort. We are willing to share what we know. Okay, and we are willing to charge as cheap as possible, but we want to scale it a little bit higher than that, so you can't keep charging cheap, paying us peanuts. A work that's supposed to be paid 10,000, you are paying us $500. That is why we are making all this narrative. That's why I'm here this night. That's why I have been here since 3 days leaving my clients work to tell you people that the difference is very clear. Since we have the capacity to do the work, the thing that is missing is the packaging. That is what we are doing now. When you package yourself very well, people are willing to pay you for what you want. What? When you package yourself very well and you show out these things the way these other people show, and you don't charge exactly what they charge there. For instance, they build a website over there for $5,000 and you can charge $2,500 and provide more than the service option they provide there. You see, it becomes easier, especially when you package yourself well, organize yourself well, make it easier for them to notice you, make it easier for them to see the art traits. You see, these people, let me tell you something. The US, how they do their marketing is not by making noise, it's not by reposting clients' work. I have studied them carefully. I'm a very careful person, I'm a very sensitive person. How I study them, I study them carefully. They don't make noise. What they do is what? They present themselves in a way where they educate clients. They educate clients. Even before the clients start talking with them, the clients have gotten some insights on what they are about. It's not just about design publishing. So if we can transfer our that energy towards to refining ourselves to that trajectory, it becomes very easier for us to target them to. Now it's not about targeting foreign clients. I have local clients that pay me more than my foreign clients. I have local clients pay me 4 million, 5 million, and so on, 3 million, 2.5 million, and so on, 2 million, and so on. But I have foreign clients that pay me $500, $1,000, $1,200, right? So you understand the difference, right? We get local clients that are willing to pay. The thing is about packaging. Package yourself and package what you are willing to give. Don't just package what you are just coming and just package anything and give out people. You package something that looks so big. When you give out people, you give out rubbish. No, package what you are willing to give. And that is the essence of what we are doing tonight. Share this post tonight, okay? If you're actually seeing this, and we are so happy having you here. We will call it a day right now. That's almost 40 minutes after the time we are supposed to end this session. God bless you all and do have a wonderful night.